Hello and welcome to DGen FM. I'm Jack, aka the underscore crew underscore god. We have John here, aka Gardner, and then we have Dan, aka Greasy underscore Dan underscore. Yeah, what's up, guys?
That's my dog.
Hope you guys are doing well.
Chilling.
Yeah, man, chilling. Fucking tired. Been a long week already. It's Tuesday, but
It's Tuesday, brother.
True. I mean, really, honestly, it's like that.
Yeah.
yeah, but yeah, good, man. Good.
I was literally just getting my ass kicked in Mortal Kombat, and I'm kind of still feeling that angst, and I'm like, it's like that little, like, it's pent up rage. And it's interesting going from that to like, to just a calm, conversation you're having with some homies and shit.
Roller
And fucking
coaster of emotions.
yeah. I can't take it out on you guys. I have to remind myself, I have to be like, it's just a fucking game.
Yeah. You playing online?
No. Only fucking like challenges. Stupid. It's literally just some stupid shit where it's like you have to destroy a certain amount of like god damn it. It's like not clay. It's like clay pigeons in a sense where you just have to destroy them, and then also you have to like watch these like beams that basically if you hit one you die instantly. It's really dumb. It's like it's just some shit that they throw in there for the invasions is what they call it. Which is like they're towers, but they're like spread out, and you like can go. It's like a fucking kind of like a Mario, where you can go from like fight to fight, and then you just like go through a bunch of fights, basically.
Overworld map.
Yeah,
I love
exactly.
overworld
Yeah,
maps.
exactly. Yeah.
What a trope. Bring them back.
Mm-hmm. Well, yeah, they call them invasions now, but yeah.
So are they just called challenges?
Well, again, it's just specifically as you go down the line, like, through the order of them, as you're going around, there's just like little different variations. So there's another one where you have to like hit a complete combo before the like cyborg explodes and kills you. So you have to like make sure you have to like rattle off with a certain combo like at a certain way, and you have to use elemental attacks and shit like that. It's those can be really annoying, like really like honestly kind of dumb. But I get like they're trying to like spice it up and do other shit besides just like, you're just constantly fighting one thing. I do like the what's it called, test your might, where they have you like fucking mash all of the buttons and then you press like a trigger to like hit the thing at the right time.
I remember my strat for that on Mortal Kombat X was like I googled the shit and someone said like take your shirt, like the bottom like piece of your shirt. I won't be able to pull it up that far, and like and like rub your thumb over top of the buttons with the shirt in between, so then you can just like slide.
You can just like go like really quick
and constantly mash them. And with Mortal Kombat in particular, I believe every face button like counts as an input when you're doing test your might. So yeah, you just like rub that shit with your shirt and like it's a free win. Because otherwise I couldn't do it, bro. I was trying to like manually mash test your might. Fuck that, bro. That's how you get a what's it called? The fucking repetitive strain injury, bro.
Oh god.
Fuck that.
There's other ways to do that, but we won't get into that. That's awesome. No, I just like Googled Mortal Kombat challenges to see like what exactly you're dealing with, and I don't think I found the right ones. But this sounds horrible. This person tried one of ranged juggling combos for 40 minutes and they couldn't do it, and they hate themselves now. And that sounds great.
Oh well, yeah. The actual challenges themselves, I haven't even done. There's like ones per each character. I've done like all the other tutorial things, which those were a pain in the ass. But like the actual per character I have yet to do, because there's literally just like the first character I tried, I was doing one specific move that I could not like chain, and I was just like, fuck this. So I literally haven't returned to it in probably like 4 months, maybe more than that.
Are you going the completionist route here again?
Yeah, no, I'm so right now technically I'm working towards, I have to level up 5 cameo characters, which are basically just in Mortal Kombat 1 now, they have like, instead of environment interactions, they have cameo interactions where basically like a character will come in from like the side and like do a move, kick some ass for you or something. but yeah, that character has its own stats and everything, and you have to like, as you fight with your main character, you rank that side character up, and it's like you get 5 of them to level 15. It's not that big of a deal, but that's what I'm like grinding right now, and that's like the achievement.
Fuck.
Yeah, no. I mean, yeah. After that, I have to dethrone a king online, which is that's gonna be, I don't know how that's gonna work. That's gonna be terrible. I have to like actually get good at the game.
That's gonna be worse, bro. Like,
No,
when
yeah.
you're playing online and you got like, you know, a real opponent on the other side. I don't know what it is. Like when you get your ass kicked online, and I just think about like the shit-eating grin this motherfucker probably has on his face.
Oh yeah.
Fucking little 12-year-old iPad kid.
Well, yeah. I mean, the thing is with the fucking specifically what I've kind of found out from playing like what was it 11? I started playing on 10 for Mortal Kombat, and then like Injustice as well. Is that people will just like they'll play the same character, and then they'll spam the same fucking move, and that's it. And that's like that's the meta, and it's like what? Okay.
So annoying.
I mean, like, I get it, like, it works, like, smarter, not harder, but, like, at the same time, like, that's just, like, I don't know. That's, like, the equivalent of, like, camping in, like, COD in, like, a corner and just, like, waiting until someone, like, comes in and, you know, icing them, putting fucking claymores up and shit. I don't know. It's just very cheap.
No.
I've never been, besides, like, earlier Mortal Kombat, I've never been a huge Mortal Kombat player. I mean, I played like the arcade version, and I played God, what was the last one I played? I think the last one I played might have been like 7.
Oh wow. So yeah.
So it's been a while. I think 7. Yeah. Anyway, however, I am pretty into the UFC games.
True.
Ooh,
And
I've played those. They're fun.
Dude, they're super fun. But playing those online,
Oh.
Same shit.
It's the worst
Yeah.
fucking thing. It's like, it's definitely the same shit, but it's just some of these guys, dude. Like, oh god, it's so annoying. It's so annoying. Sometimes you'll run into like a guy who's like really respectful, and you know he'll like if you don't pick a custom, because in UFC you can make custom characters. And you can like 100 your guys out completely, and there's no repercussions, right?
Mm-hmm.
So if you're not picking a custom character, then some guys will also not pick a custom character, but like they all just know exactly how to min max against whatever the fuck you're playing, whatever person you're playing, right? And then if you happen to decide to choose a custom character against someone, it's just over. You're done. You're fucked. There's nothing you can do. Like it is so infuriating sometimes. Cause like when I play not Mortal Kombat, when I play UFC, I just want to fucking like rock someone's shit. Like that's the whole thing. You just want to knock someone out.
Yeah.
Right? And it's fucking like that makes it fun. But the second you get dog walks for 30 seconds before you get knocked out, it's just like it's not worth it anymore. It's so not.
So would you say that like is it because like the customizable characters you can just like stack the stats or something? Like you can just like completely
make completely custom movesets with like the most heavy hits and kicks and crazy shit that you just can't block. Well, you could, but if you're better than me. But like it's just, I mean, a lot of guys, like, it's kind of like an honor system at this point. Like a lot of guys will not choose custom characters if you don't, right? But like the second custom characters are chosen, it's just an all-out dogfight, and you either catch a lucky blow or you get fucking worked, man. Like it's so fucking tough. It's such a tough game. Plus it's a little different than Mortal Kombat, because with Mortal Kombat you can kind of just spam, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like with UFC you have like a stamina gauge.
Mm-hmm.
And if you keep missing, like actually you lose more stamina on misses. So like your stamina will slowly go further and further down.
On misses. Oh yeah, because you're like, I guess you're like you're not falling through, so you're like punching the air or something. Yeah.
Right.
My buddy wiped me like 5 times in a fucking row before I realized, oh, there's a stamina bar.
Yeah.
I'm mashing too much. Oh.
So like you strategically like have to back up, but the problem is when you're out of stamina on the other guys and not, you're screwed. Like,
Well, yeah, no, fuck.
it's ridiculous. We used to do tournaments at my house. Me and a bunch of buddies, they come over and we just play UFC, and that was fun. You know, when it was the homies, and it was less pressure, and it was just much more fun, and we were always drinking and having a good time doing these little tourneys. But God, playing online just made me want to fucking do unspeakable things to a lot of people.
Well, yeah.
Nah, I used to play the fuck out of Mortal Kombat X on the PS4. I enjoyed just like the single player game, and especially like getting together with homies. Like we get together at homie's house, like 3-4 of us, and just pass around the controller, like whoever lost and shit. And like even that, it was definitely more chill because you're with your boys. But like it even got heated a couple times. Like a couple people were move spamming, and a couple other people are like, "All right, fuck you."
That's not allowed. Fucking
Cut this shit the fuck
yeah.
My buddy, he was playing Scorpion. And like Scorpion is so bad in MKX. The ninjutsu variant where you get the fucking swords, bro. And that shit has so much goddamn reach. If you know, you know. Bro, he'd exclusively play ninjutsu Scorpion and just spam sword swipes. And my other buddy tried to tell him, like, stop fucking doing that. Pick another character. Like, you have to stop. You have to stop playing Scorpion. And this guy just looks at him and says, "It's my house, bro." And it was, in fact, his house. He was just like, "You're at my crib. You can't tell me what the fuck to do. I'm playing Scorpion."
No, true.
The ultimate go fuck yourself.
It's my house, dude.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, man. Speaking of rage boners about games, oh, you want to talk about unbridled rage that I have for games? What the fuck was Call of Duty thinking with Modern Warfare 3?
I mean,
oh, come on, man. I'm sorry, boys, but like, I gotta throw my take out there on that. I personally have not bought a Call of Duty game since Black Ops 2. I enjoy Black Ops 2. I really do.
Black Ops 2 is
But
awesome.
I saw the downward spiral that the franchise was going on, and I literally have not played a Call of Duty game since then. So I can't really, I kind of can't speak on the game since I haven't played them, but I hear what the people say, and every year it's the same thing. Oh, the new Call of Duty is terrible. Or even if people like it, it's like, oh, the servers are bad, or the meta is broken, or it's always the same story, bro.
Yeah, which is like such an unfortunate state for the gaming world right now, because like damn near
Yeah.
everything's like that.
That's every
Like,
franchise,
almost
yeah.
every game is like that. Like it came
For
out
real.
incomplete. The servers are fucked. The only person or the only game company that I'm giving an excuse to about fucked servers right now is Helldivers. The only group, because they
Yeah,
had
they probably
no
didn't see that
idea.
coming.
They had no idea that they were gonna
No,
go from
man.
50,000 concurrent to 400,000 concurrent in one
No.
game. Like that's
No,
fucking
no, no.
insane.
No.
And props to them for fixing it in like 4 days. That was crazy.
That game
But,
is so fun.
Yeah, it's so damn fun. But no, so the Modern Warfare remake, I think it was 2018 they did that. The 2018 remake I loved it. I thought it was awesome. I thought it was like true to what I loved about the franchise, especially the Modern Warfare games. The second one, the Modern Warfare 2 remake, which was what, 2 years ago? No, it was only a year ago. It was only a year before. Shit, maybe
No,
two.
fucking
No,
Modern
no.
Warfare 3 came out a year ago, didn't it? Maybe not quite, but
So maybe it was 2 years ago, and Modern Warfare came out like just barely under a year ago. Anyway, I liked Modern Warfare 2. I thought it was good. The story was good. They added a couple things in there that like they didn't need, but were good regardless, right? Story was fun. I think I said that already. Gameplay felt smooth. Servers were fucked for certain people, but I had never had problems with servers for Modern Warfare 1 or 2 remakes, right?
did you play a lot of Warzone? Because I know I just
I was
fucking
never a
dogged.
huge Warzone.
I know I just dogged on Call of Duty so hard, but like
You're good.
I've seen Warzone too, and like that shit does look fun.
Yeah, it was. We played a few times. We really liked DMZ, which was basically Call of Duty's attempt to get into the
Tarkov,
fucking-
right?
Yeah, attempt to get into the Tarkov world.
What the fuck is Tarkov? I don't even know what Tarkov is. Oh god, we're gonna go
It's
down a rabbit hole.
a extraction shooter.
Yep.
I believe it's not even on like Steam. It's on like its own launcher because it's Russian made, or is it Ukraine? I don't know. It's either Russian or
Extraction?
Ukrainian.
Is it like your goal is to like extract something? Like,
You you loot and you shoot. There's like NPCs. There's people that you encounter. Whatever you extract with, you the weapons you extract with, they come with you. You know, the supplies you extract with, they come with you unless you die, obviously.
It sounds, the way you're describing it, it sounds like a very glorified like dungeon crawler almost, like in the sense of the looting and shit.
Kind of.
That's
yeah.
in the sense of the looting.
Yeah, I mean,
anyway,
that's
that's every
not
dungeon
far
crawler.
off.
You're checking every like Bethesda anyway. I know Morrowind. I love playing Morrowind and the other Elder Scrolls games too. You just run through, kill everything, and see what they got in their pockets. You know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, kind of. I mean, it's a really intense version of that, I would say. I would say like that's like the basic like description of it. But it gets really intense. There's two ways to run. You can run as a scav or you can run as a player, basically. So scavs are like you just load in as a scav, you get whatever that's scav being scavenger, by the way. Um, and you kind of just go. And if you die, you don't lose much unless you found some really cool stuff, you know. But if you're playing as a player, and if you go into a run, first of all, like anything you bring in, like you're at risk of losing it. Period. Like even if you've already brought it back to your base, if you go in with it, you can lose it if you die. And then the other part of that is like injuries and even like when you die, carry over. So like if you get really fucked up and hurt and then just barely extract with stuff, your character will be injured in the game lobby and you have to try to heal him or you go back in with serious injuries.
So it's just risk reward.
Yeah, it's super.
That's
hardcore.
dopamine, brother.
It's super
I fuck
hardcore.
with that.
Yeah, it's super hardcore. And like I'm pretty sure there's a big cooldown for when you die. Like you can't go back in with a player or something like that. I don't know. I have no idea. I haven't actually played the game. I've just seen a lot of gameplay of it, and I think it's cool. Anyway, DMZ was COD's way of trying to get into that world of like loot stuff, bring it back, save it in your vault, right? And it was the same concept, but we played that a lot. Warzone we played a few times. Jack, I don't think you and I ever played Warzone together.
I'm not big. I was never big on Warzone. I mean, I played the DMZ one or whatever. Yeah,
DMZ.
yeah.
We always called it DMV, which is why.
Yeah.
But yeah, me and a couple of our friends would play Warzone a few times, and it was fun. I've just never been a big battle royale person. Mostly because I'm not great at them. To be quite honest.
I've only ever won in duos, and I don't know how many of those duo wins I was alive for. You feel me? Like
Oh, I totally get that.
spectating.
My big thing with Warzone was that it was you could basically just stack yourself with the loadout and then like get it at the whatever was the drop point or whatever the care package. Yeah, and that's like that was the one thing where you could like literally take some like armor piercing shit from like your multiplayer and bring it through, and it was just like, yeah, I'm not grinding out like, you know, COD that much. I don't have the time to get, you know, that shit. It's just like we either that or they even fucking buy it, you know, in the store or something, and you're just getting yeah, that's why I mean, again, I've just always been I get the only battle royale I always go back to is Apex. I don't know why, but it's just like maybe it is a little bit like the vibes of it, but that stuff of just like you don't have to worry about like people just coming in with their own shit or, you know, something crazy, you know. I mean, the skins do get pretty crazy, but I've seen some even crazier ones from COD. Like there was a tree one time. There's been some fucking like insane skins. Like they go yeah.
Is Apex's deal with like the skins and shit? Is it just purely cosmetics?
Oh yeah.
Anything for you in game, right?
No, yeah, but
I mean, same with COD for the most part.
well,
Okay,
as they say, but
I'll give them a pass on for the most part. That's good enough for acting.
yeah,
I mean, so like there were certain guns that they weren't even technically skins; they were blueprints. They called them blueprints, and they were modified guns basically that you had to purchase to get. That being said, though, like I'm pretty sure you could make any of those guns with enough progress in that gun's leveling. But if you bought them through the store, you just get all the attachments right out the gate.
well, yeah.
which was like cool, but like also kind of it was pay to win ish, kind of. But I mean, there were some skins in COD that were like particularly difficult to play against. Jack mentioned there was like a tree one where you're like a crazy like druid looking motherfucker, and you could hide really well with it in Warzone because you just look like a tree sometimes if you stand still enough. And I personally, I did buy one because it's one of my favorite ongoing skin packs. It's the 7 Deadly Sins that they do, and one of them was Sloth, which I thought was cool. It was a ghillie suit and a crazy sniper rifle, which again was a sniper rifle that you could.
Goated.
Yeah, ghillie suit was sick. The sniper rifle was one that you could build if you leveled up the snipers enough to get all those attachments, but I just didn't feel like doing that at the time, so I just fucking got it. I had a bunch of COD points saved up anyway, so I just sent it. And it was like a fucking broken sniper. There was a lot of shit in there. But the reason I bring up COD in the first place, so I liked 1, I liked 2. Warzone was cool, not the biggest fan of it. DMZ was more fun. 3, the 3 remake. And this makes me so fucking angry. It's not actually a 3 remake. It's literally just 2 with a new story and a reskin. And that pissed me the fuck off. Because it was another like $75 to reskin my Call of Duty.
Yeah.
Okay. And like people who know me, who know I play Destiny, might be like, but what about Destiny, bro? They just reskin that game. No, the fuck they don't. They add so much to that game every single time. And yes, I paid a lot of money to have all of Destiny. I don't care. COD literally just reskinned some shit and gave us a new storyline. That's like what fucking Overwatch did when they were like, yeah, you can pay $15 for this 6 missions. Like, go fuck yourself. No. Actually go fuck yourself. That made me so fucking mad because for me, like, I was like you, Dan, I didn't buy any COD since, actually, I didn't even buy 2. The last COD I bought was Black Ops 1. I played Black Ops 2 at other people's houses.
That's
a
goated game, though, too, BO1.
No,
BO1 over BO2. I said it.
Oh, always. No, I agree with you. Black Ops 2 is super fun, but I agree with you. And, like, so I didn't buy anything since Black Ops 1. And when the Modern Warfare remake came out, I was like, okay, I'm actually excited for this, and I bought it, and I loved it. I thought it was awesome. I thought it was really true to original CODs that I grew up on. And then 2 came out, and I was like, okay, I'm going to go for this. So I went for 2. And 2, I was hyped. They were on a hot streak for me. I was, like, genuinely excited for where COD was going to go, and then they did this bullshit.
That's fucked up.
I was so fucking... I'm seething about it. Like, it's fucking... so stupid. I don't understand where the fuck in the evolution of game companies we went from let's make a great game to how much money can we get through the door in 5 minutes. Like, fuck you, dude.
That's what it is. How much money can we get through the door in 5 minutes? And people keep pre-ordering, bro.
I know, and it's so unfortunate. I feel the same way about this as I do about taxes. Like, why don't we all just not pay taxes? They can't get all of us.
If only. Yeah, no, I mean,
right? But that would never happen.
Yeah.
It would be really cool to see what would happen if we did that shit. Like, what if we were all pissed at a fucking game franchise? We're like, all right, cool, nobody buy this, and nobody did. Motherfuckers would learn their lesson. There'd be a lot of people learning lessons about it.
Yeah.
We have to assimilate society and make it a hive mind, so that we can boycott the games industry.
Yeah. There you go.
Yeah.
Master plan.
Yeah. Let's get in contact with Rick and Morty and their hive mind shit and figure it out.
I mean, they have don't they have Rick and Morty skins? I feel like they do have Rick and Morty skins in COD. No. Is it like Fortnite or something? Maybe.
Fortnite has.
Yeah.
Fortnite added fucking Metal Gear Solid. Now when I play Metal Gear Solid, people come into my chat and they're like, "Oh, look, it's the guy from Fortnite."
Oh God. It's pretty good.
I'm glad we haven't gotten that about Aloy, because they put Aloy in fucking Fortnite, and if somebody said that shit in your chat, I would actually blow a gasket and blow up the world.
Oh,
piss me off so bad.
Speaking of Aloy, I was playing Death Stranding last week, and was walking up to a station, and Aloy was outside of it. She was just like it was like a hologram, but like again, she wasn't really there, but it was like a little Easter egg.
Death Stranding has a
That's
bunch
really
of
cool. I didn't know that.
cameos with other games. That's Horizon Zero Dawn, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
It has Horizon
Yes.
Zero Dawn.
My current favorite
There's a
game.
Cyberpunk one. Which I
Yeah,
don't think me
dude.
or
This
Jack
I
have seen
didn't
yet.
I didn't know about that, and I was geeked. I was
There's
fucking
there's Half-Life shit in there as well. Like they just did a bunch of like
yeah.
game collabs for whatever reason, which is dope, honestly.
See, and like games like those is like why I can't be fully mad at the gaming world right now. Like, yes, obviously we're gonna complain about all the bullshit that's happening with like Activision and the major companies, and like we're not complaining anymore. But when fucking CD Projekt Red released Cyberpunk, we were fucking pissed and livid and all that shit. And like, but on the con side to that, like Death Stranding, Horizon Zero Dawn, there are really quality games coming out all the time, but I don't think they're appreciated enough because they're not the fucking like meta that everybody wants to play. Blah, blah, blah. God, it's so
Yeah.
fucking annoying.
Although and this game is fucking a few years old at this point now, but who stayed true? Rockstar did. I mean, yeah, with their fucking milking the online and shit, but Red Dead 2 was such a fucking great game. And
Oh,
I wish
yeah,
they
yeah.
would have put a little more into the online. It's still pretty fun.
I
the
mean,
way
they
it
s-
is,
they
but-
still can. There's plenty of time, but it's just it does suck. They again, they've kind of turned out like Activision, where it's more of profit is their priority as opposed to quality. With like they're just constantly pumping out shit for online because that's what sells. GTA Online.
And what if they started like charging to play the online?
I mean, they have like a subscription or something. They have like a weird like, it's like Rockstar Plus or some shit, or maybe it's something else. Where you literally like, you pay a subscription for like money and then like perks and stuff, and I think like it's vehicles per month. Yeah, no, so yeah, they have that. Which I don't know. I mean, I just want them to fucking like either find a way to port Red Dead 1 to PC.
Please, right?
I don't know. Just there's so many other ways. I mean, they're never gonna bring the OG like GTA's back because of their fucking what's it called? Their remastered like trilogy, whatever the fuck they did. They took all the original like San Andreas, Vice City, GTA 3 off of the Steam store
to give it the worst fucking reskin.
Yeah,
ever.
so they're never probably gonna release those. But yeah, I don't know. I mean, it would be a godsend if they redid Red Dead 1 with Red Dead 2's engine, but like that's like I don't even think that's possible. Probably.
That would be, I feel like, really tough.
Yeah.
I mean, New Austin is already modeled.
I mean,
and Mexico.
and Blackwater, and like West Elizabeth. I mean,
I'm just saying.
we're not coders though. We don't really know it, but in theory, it seems pretty easy. Sure.
I think you know what. Let me cook for a second here. I think I can speak for at least a lot of gamers when I say that. You know what? No, fuck no. I won't speak for everybody, but I'll definitely speak for me when I say I want two things from the game industry. I want y'all to release good games, and I want to still have access to all my favorite games from the past, which is something that they're also terrible at.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no.
Want
I
to play
think you
old
could have
games?
spoken for everybody
Piracy.
there. I think you could have spoken for everybody there. I think that's like a universal, like absolutely.
Yeah.
Like I remember when PlayStation 3 came out, which was so long ago. People were so angry that, or no, PlayStation 3 was fine. PlayStation 3 was like pretty backwards compatible.
At first, with the very first model of the PS3 that released was backwards compatible with PS2. I don't even think it worked that good from what I've read.
No,
And
it
then
worked like shit, but I had one and it worked regardless.
Nice. I think it was literally like the second model or not long after that first model that they took out that compatibility. But like you could still get the compatibility software like on the PS store, and like late 2000s. I mean, like, and I was a kid, so it was still kind of like Playground Rumors era kind of shit, and like, oh, you can play PS2 games on your PS3. I'm like, say word. So I download the compatibility software and I pop in my disc and it doesn't fucking work. I'm like,
Lies.
what?
Yep. Yeah, and then I do remember the full-on uproar when the PlayStation 4 came out, and they were like, "Yeah, no compatibility." I was like, "Fucking what?" They specifically had to remaster something to work on the 4 for it to be backwards compatible,
And
and
you
it
know,
was the most infuriating fucking thing because I had
yeah.
my 3 was like I've been playing games my whole damn life. Like my first console was an Xbox and it was actually my dad's, but I fucking snuck to play it all the time. Um, but my first like legit console that I owned was a PS3, and that was my fucking gateway console into the fucking into the
Based.
bank account destruction that gaming is to my life now.
Did you ever play Little Big Planet?
Of course.
My dog. They just shut down the servers for 3, eh? It's
I
dead
know,
now.
it's so unfortunate.
Oh,
That's
rip.
sad, bro. That's sad.
So sad. So sad. But yeah, and I remember like on the 3, dude, I wanted my favorite game on the 3, first of all, was Skate 3. I played the shit out of Skate 3. That is one of, in my opinion, one of the best games ever done. And not
Yeah.
because it was perfect, because it was fucked up, but they didn't try to fix it. They fixed the ones that broke the game, but like all the funny, ridiculous ones, they just left in. And for somehow, in a 1 in a million shot, it made the game better. That you had these weird ass like glitches, but they had so many things that you could like easily fix that glitch. Like there was one glitch where if you're, um, for those who don't know, in that game, it's a skate game, and you can walk around freely without your skateboard, but you always have a button that you press. I believe it was circle, that um, like you use the force basically, and your board like flies to your hand. So there was a glitch where if you're like doing a grind on a stair rail and your board falls and like falls in between the stairs, like on a metal staircase or something, and you try to bring your board back up to you, your arm and the skateboard will glitch through the stairs and just start freaking the fuck out. And it is hilarious. But if you want to fix it, you just drop the board
What
and
the
then you just
fuck?
continue on. Like that's it.
That same force ability can be used up against objects, most commonly just like the default ramp you can place down, I think.
Mhm.
And like I think they get their board like really far away, so it's like just shooting in from like way off to the side, and then like that motion of the board and them colliding with the ramp, they go fucking flying basically.
Yeah, the speed glitch.
Yeah, and there's
Yeah.
another one is also commonly done with a beach ball. When I pull up a Skate 3 clip and I see the beach ball, I'm like, oh baby, this one's gonna be good, you know.
Yeah. Yeah, there's a bunch of glitches that like they totally could have fixed, but they didn't. But they did anyway. Sorry.
And God bless them.
Yeah, no, I fucking love. I'm so happy that Skate 4 is coming out, and I hope it is just as much of a fun ass mess. Um, but yeah, I really wanted to be able to play Skate 3 on my PlayStation 4. I really like this game, Twisted Metal. I don't know if anybody else played that.
I've heard it. Yeah, I've heard of it. I never played it.
Twisted Metal was one of my favorite games ever, and it was so much fun. It was a demolition derby, but with guns. Like it was fucking awesome.
Did you
So
watch a show?
I did, and I have a lot of thoughts about that, but we're not talking about that yet. And like I wanted to play all those games, and then I got the PlayStation 4, and I actually didn't know until after I bought it. So I set it up, and I fucking like pulled out my disc, and I was like, I bet it's backwards compatible. I bet it's new technology. Of course, it's gonna be backwards compatible. It was like, yep, can't read this, and I was like, great, fuck you. I didn't. I bought that. I tried to play Skate 3 the day I bought it. I didn't touch it for a week after I found out it wasn't backwards compatible. I was
Dude,
so upset.
and I had the same mindset. Like, well, when you think about the PS2 was backwards compatible with the PS1. The PS3 was initially backwards compatible with the PS2, although they did remove that. But the PS3 still never lost its PlayStation 1 backwards compatibility ever
Yep.
in its lifetime.
Yep.
Really?
So the PS4 comes out and it's like, unless it's specifically like a remastered version for the PS4, like you can't play any go. Oh no! Sorry, they had PlayStation Now, which is video game streaming, which is that's a whole nother rant. I'll shy away from that for now. But oh god, what was I even on about? high moment.
There we go. Yeah, and it wasn't even necessarily remasters. It was just games that they specifically ported, like themselves. 'Cause
Yeah,
they're like,
yeah,
'cause
exactly.
they're like, yeah,
No,
this is the one that's gonna sell for us. Like, go fuck yourself. You have no idea what we like. Clearly,
so
you
I
don't.
I was also really disappointed because backwards compatibility, especially with the history of PlayStation consoles in particular,
Mhm.
360 had it as well for
Yep.
the 360. It feels like a no-brainer. I should be able to play my old games. Fuck, Xbox did it. Xbox One was
I mean,
backwards compatible with
I can do it on my newest one. I can play an Xbox, 360 or what one game even. Yeah,
good for Microsoft. Man,
yeah.
yeah. Apparently, like it's not a no-brainer from the technical side. Like in the case of the PS3, the PS2 compatibility was removed because it was the reason the PS2 was so expensive and it worked like shit anyway. So they were like, just keep your PS2. Like, what do you want from us?
I mean,
Right? Like,
true.
from a technical standpoint, it's not cost effective because yes, they could absolutely release this monster machine that will take any game disc you feed it and read it and run it on at least something close to the original hardware. Like they could release just the PlayStation and any PlayStation disc 1 to 5. You pop it in there, you can play that bitch. But like that would be so expensive to have all that different like hardware configuration and shit in there.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Is just not worth it, unfortunately. Get a PC and emulate.
Yeah, well, I didn't have a PC until like I don't know 4 years ago. So
Emulation is kind of cooked a lot of the time anyway.
yeah, it fucking usually sucks.
Some games are optimized, but if you want to play like an obscure gem from your childhood that like didn't even sell a million copies, like I don't know, boss, right? Like,
Yeah, dude. Yeah, I don't know. Like with PlayStation, I wouldn't be so mad about it. Not to say that I'm even mad about it. I was mad about it at the time, but now that I have a fucking PC and also my PS4, I'm like so used to it at this point. Like, just why the fuck did they choose the stupidest fucking games to port over?
What do you and what do you which ports? What do you mean like to?
Most of the games that they ported were like. People are gonna hate me for saying this, but most of the games that they ported over were just the big popular ones, right?
For PC or for which ones?
No, sorry, for the 3 to 4.
Okay. Yeah.
They were the big popular ones, and as much as I understand that because that's what sells, they're the big popular ones. I was never the big popular one guy. I wanted Twisted Metal. Skate 3 was popular, but that was an EA game, and they couldn't necessarily port that without EA's permission and all that.
that's getting into licensing issues and shit again, which
Right,
is just the
exactly.
most. That's infuriating. That's maybe what infuriates me the most, other than the games industry being shitty and little 12-year-olds kicking my ass online. Licensing tie-ups makes me seethe. Like the veins in my head are popping and shit. Like, give me access to my media, bro.
Yeah, dude, it's a lot. I mean, you know what? It's wild this is about to come out of my mouth. I miss the days when licensing issues were the things that made us so mad about video game companies.
Yeah.
Now it's like, oh, great, you've been working on this game for 7 years and it fucking doesn't work. That's great.
Yeah.
Love that. I just
Yeah.
paid $70 for something that doesn't work. This is awesome.
What was Starfield? Did you guys remember hearing about
It-
that?
It's still. I think isn't it still in beta? I'm pretty sure, or maybe it just came out of it.
Beta release?
Or
No, I
is
think that was a full game release.
Oh wait, no,
Am I
wait, sorry,
mistaken?
I'm getting that confused with Star Citizen. Yes, Starfield. It was Bethesda, and that was an Xbox exclusive,
Yeah, it was the first one they dropped under Xbox.
and then it's on PC as well. But yeah,
No, dude, yeah, I
It
heard
didn't look good.
about that game for about a month, and then I didn't hear anything.
no, yeah. I mean, I've heard from people that have played it that they don't remember the story. They don't remember like it's very forgettable compared to like Fallout or like even Skyrim or any of the Elder Scrolls franchise.
Yeah, because what those franchises have is it's like a lot of times it can be just pretty like basic dungeon crawler, but it has the Elder Scrolls universe or the Fallout universe behind it. So
Mhm.
you're
Right.
you're raiding a fucking you're raiding a Skyrim fortress, or you're raiding a fucking destroyed building in New Vegas, right? But
Yeah.
Starfield looked pretty just like, ooh, it's a space game.
Yeah, I think part of that also the problem was like, how do you compete with Skyrim and Fallout when the original Elder Scrolls and Fallout games came out when game companies gave a shit about putting out a complete product that was good, and then all of a
Yeah.
sudden you drop not Star Citizen, Starfield, in an era where it doesn't fucking matter if you put out a full game or not, people are gonna buy it anyway. Like
Yeah.
you can't establish solid background lore that makes people want to come back to that game if that's your fucking ideals on video games. Like that shit was
Yeah.
what the fuck happened? Genuinely, what the fuck happened? I feel like I don't want to blame Cyberpunk for this, but I feel like everything took a turn when Cyberpunk released.
I mean, maybe it was.
And now Cyberpunk's our poster child. Now we're like,
Right.
this is one of the good ones.
Yeah. These guys fixed what they did.
I mean, granted, there have been rocky like ports in the past, but yes, I think it's when like the most attention started to like kind of gravitate, or just like at least it was the start of a lot of like more like AAA games just coming out and not being able to play them immediately after like 2020 or after like Cyberpunk. But like I do know that Batman Arkham Knight had a terrible PC launch. Like it was unplayable. But that's
So
again,
many games have had a
well,
bad PC
exactly, yeah, and that's like the one thing I've always heard is that the PC is the most. It's the hardest thing to do because you have so many variations, right? You have so many people that have different components and things that work in their PC, and they're that's why console releases are so much easier too. That's why GTA is coming out first on consoles because they can mass produce it for a system that has the requirements that they know and that they can meet and not have to worry about all the variations and stuff.
Yeah, man.
Yeah,
They've only recently got good at that too, dude. Like pre-2010s PC ports,
yeah,
most of them, bro. No, a lot of them are still out there, on Steam and stuff, and you can buy them. But again, a lot of the time you like get a community patch, or you got to do something to it. You can't just launch it vanilla. That's crazy.
I need to do that with New Vegas.
Yeah, you're raw dogging an old Bethesda game.
Yeah.
Jeepers.
That's fucking tough, buddy. That's fucking tough. Yeah, and I feel like I kind of got a PC like right when Cyberpunk came out. So like maybe that's when I started noticing the fact that ports and releases in general felt more shitty. Because like you said, I actually never really thought about that we're all running, because I always just thought like Windows is Windows, but like we have a lot of shit that's different on our PCs. Like you and me, for instance, our PCs cannot be any fucking different.
Yeah.
Or any more different.
Yeah, no, I know what you meant.
Yeah. Well,
AMD or Nvidia, boys?
I'm AMD.
NVIDIA.
Wait, sorry. You're talking about graphics cards. I'm NVIDIA.
Oh.
NVIDIA, yeah. AMD processor, though.
Okay.
Intel processor.
There we go.
See, I think the only thing that's the same in our entire PC is the fact that we have NVIDIA graphics cards.
Does AMD make graphic cards? Am I stupid?
No,
I think they do, yeah.
Oh, thank God.
They do. Yeah. That's got to be what it is, honestly, is the fact that I got a PC like right when the Cyberpunk thing happened, and then I started to notice like shittier launches more.
Yeah.
It's like, you're totally right. It's so much easier to produce for a console, and I already knew that. But yeah, I just like, oh man, dude, the video game world. The second you just said I could rage about, before we started, we were like, do we have any kind of thing we want to talk about today? And Jack immediately just went, yeah, I could talk about how much Mortal Kombat's pissing me off.
Yeah.
The second you said that, I was like, oh, we can talk about fucking getting pissed off by video games, because I am not happy 90% of the time on first launch.
And we took it deep here. We went down to the core of it. Like it's not just the games themselves. It's the goddamn industry, brother.
The industry is getting fucked up, dude. I don't understand where the good ones went. Actually, no, I do. They all fucking retired. They're gone. They're done. I don't know, man. I'm glad Helldivers came out for so many reasons. One, it's fun as shit.
True.
Yeah.
Two, it's a quality fucking game. Three, I think personally, it showed people, especially in the industry, how much it means to the community when you give a fuck about what they're saying and you try really hard to make your game as good as possible, which
Oh,
is
yeah.
exactly
Dude.
what they've done. I mean,
That's
they dropped with insane server issues because they had no idea their game would go from, like I said before, 60,000 concurrents to 400,000 concurrents
a
in
jump.
like that's a huge fucking jump. That's a lot, right? And they
Yeah.
still fixed their server issues in like 5 days.
No,
It's like a
good
spark
shit.
of new hope for video games. I mean, a
Yeah,
good video game
totally.
dropped. Red alert, boys! A good video
Yeah.
game dropped.
Dude,
No, yeah.
dude, literally the only issue with Helldivers was that I just couldn't get into the game. The rest of it was perfect.
I remember
can't
that.
run it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was crazy. But yeah, I mean, dude, I really hope that game companies take a lesson from Helldivers too, because they did it right, and because they did it right, that is like I would probably say the biggest game in the world right now.
I have also heard a rumor
Or this
that
new game.
yeah, I've heard a rumor that they're potentially going to bring it to Xbox. So that would be
incredible.
yeah, that would be probably insane.
I mean, we've been fucking petitioning for that since day one. So.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, literally, I've seen like multiple petitions. Like,
Well, yeah,
actual petitions.
they're in talks, I believe. So it's not necessarily confirmed, but they're, thinking about
That
it.
would be really cool.
If they brought Sea of Thieves to PlayStation, I feel like, they could probably make up
Yeah.
for one game at least for
Totally.
Xbox.
I will say I think Sea of Thieves was ported over because they were finally running out of stuff and started to maybe not have as great sales.
Okay, so they needed a new market.
So I think they may have brought it over for that because like it wasn't a dying game, I would say, but it definitely was like wasn't as big as it was, I would say.
Is it crossplay?
I believe so. Because I play with
Helldivers?
Xbox. I've played with no
Sea of Thieves.
Oh, I'm not even following the conversation. My bad.
You're good.
You're good, brother. You're good, brother.
Jeez.
Yeah, I think it is because I've played with Xbox players being on PC, which is a form of crossplay, I guess.
Well, yeah, that's the question. Is I would want to know. I would assume that it would be crossplay because they're not just gonna have PlayStation playing with PlayStation.
I don't think they would do that. That would be crazy though, having a bunch of fucking like level zeros going after it. That would be fun.
Just a flood of level zeros,
Yeah.
all
Crazy.
dropping in at once.
Crazy. But yeah, I was very happy that they did that. That is, I think, a good choice by them. I think it's a step in the right direction. I think since Helldivers came, maybe Helldivers was the fix all.
I hope so.
We've seen steps from people since Helldivers came out.
Hmm.
Like pretty major steps. And it'll be an even bigger step if confirmed Helldiver goes to Xbox.
Yeah. No. True. I would like to know what the outcome is. And again, if that it's even real, I just saw that shit on Twitter. So who fucking knows? Someone could have just wrote that shit up. Made it up.
Yeah. Well, here's to hoping, my good man.
Eventually, we'll get the troops we need to defend Super Earth.
Yep. Especially with a rumored war on a new front.
Oh yeah, they're gonna bring in whatever a new species or something, or a new enemy.
Oh, dear God.
Looks like they're called the Illuminate.
Oh yeah,
It might be the Illuminati.
the Illuminati.
I don't know, but I think it's the Illuminate. Because I'm pretty sure Illuminati is spelled like illuminate, but with an I at the end, not an E, and it's
Yeah.
spelled with an E at the end. So I think it's the Illuminate.
Yeah.
Regardless, I'm not excited.
No, yeah.
Well, actually, I'm really excited, but my in-game me is not excited.
Yeah.
um,
Well, your in-game you that's gonna survive 7 seconds, and then
yeah,
a new you will take over,
Yes,
unaware of
right.
what fate is about to meet him.
Yeah. Hell of a life of a Helldiver. I think I can speak for pretty much most men when I say that almost everybody would jump into that game if it was real life. They'd be like, "Yep, send me. I'm down."
With the right gear, obviously, you know, bro, you die so easily
Regular
in that
Helldiver
world.
armor.
Yeah.
Just Helldiver stuff. I'm not saying that I would, but I would.
I also have this like this primal feeling of like I want a warrior's death. I do. When it's my time to check out, I want a warrior's fucking death.
Yeah.
Big
The
table
very
at
deep sea
Valhalla and
Valhalla.
shit.
Yep, yep.
Kicking
Oh,
it, smoking
man.
a cigar, you know.
Well, okay.
I'd get it there somehow, you know.
Yeah,
John
yeah.
respects that.
John will remember this. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I feel the same way, honestly.
Yeah.
To be completely honest.
I mean, I think Helldivers does a good job with the lore where it's satirical, but also at the same time there's some like actual stuff going on, and there's things that are, if you really want to, you know, I'm sure it's similar to your Warhammer, you know, if you really want to dive into it, there's like, well, maybe not to the extent, but like there's just lore, you know, there for you.
Yeah, the lore for Helldivers has been really fun. It's been I like it because they do just enough to not, you know, overwhelm you.
Mm-hmm.
They keep it light.
Yeah.
In a couple ways. They keep it light comedically, and they keep it light lore-wise, which is like a great way to go about a game that is just constant death and could, if done improperly, just induce pure rage. But
Yeah,
I think they
true.
did it really well, and that kind of mitigates the straight up gamer rage that a lot of people would be having about this game.
I have gamer rage with Helldivers.
Well, because we
When I
got,
don't quite bring the right loadout. And
yeah, we got to get you the
shit's
right
going
gear.
sideways.
Yeah.
I need to be able to call in more 380s. That's what I need.
Yeah.
Somebody needs more 380s.
Well,
I do. I need more 380s.
Okay.
It was, oh my god. So we did the funniest shit. It was me, Jack, and we had a couple other fellows with us. We were 4 stacked, and someone said, and a few people wrongly assumed that this was a joke. It was our lobby leader, and he's like, "Oh, everyone bring 380s, and we'll throw them down." And people are like, yeah, funny, whatever. And he's like, no, I'm serious. So I'm like, boys, everyone bring 380s, throw them down when we spawn in. Last man standing is, you know, is the one, the man. And yeah, we did that shit. And I'm actually the one that lived, motherfucker. So.
By chance.
Yeah, with a sliver of health too. Jesus.
Oh my god.
It would have been funnier if all 4 of us died at the same time. Well, nobody's the man, I guess.
Nobody's the man in Helldivers. The only man is Super Earth.
No, you're expendable. I love the Super Earth, not propaganda. The truth broadcasts.
So good.
Keep an eye out. Keep an eye out for non-patriots, boys. They're everywhere.
Yeah.
God.
So great. So great.
Yeah, it's good shit.
I'm glad we have a modern example of quality game. And I really, really hope, like I said before, that the rest of the industry takes some fucking notes about that, because that was the most pleasant surprise from a video game I've had since 2018 when the Modern Warfare 1 remake came out. I was genuinely pleasantly surprised about that.
Do you think it's successful because it's PvE and not PvP? Because like you can really have like, no matter who you are. No. Okay.
No, I don't think so. I think they fed into I think they fell really hard into just the gamer want. I almost wanted to say the male gamer want, but like I know
the
girls play that
the
game
male
as well.
gamer gaze.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, I mean, yeah, which is but I would say just the gamer gaze in general. because
Yeah.
Men and women play that game so fucking much. Like
Yeah.
it's just like I said, it's lighthearted, which is always fun in a game. I do enjoy some really serious games. Like we're playing Horizon on stream right now, and that it can be a really serious game.
Mm-hmm.
But like the fact that it's just like unbridled destruction whenever the fuck you want, all in the name of totally not propaganda democracy, which like speaks to like where a lot of people in the US kind of sit in the world.
Yeah,
Like,
no.
wow, this is ridiculous. Do they actually expect us to believe this is the case? But like they took it to such a further step, and we're like, yeah, democracy is all that matters, and these fucking people, like, we already took them off their main planet, but let's kill them anyway because they're not democratic. Like
Mhm.
it's if it was PvP, I don't think it hit it as hard, actually. I think it's more successful. Wait, no, that is what you're saying. I think it is more successful to an extent because it's PvE. I don't think it would hit as hard as PvP, but I don't think the reason why it's successful is because it's PvE.
Mhm.
Well, I think yes, because it wouldn't be the same game without it being PvE, right? With like the
Right, which is kind of what I'm saying, right? Like I think I think it had more success because of PvE, but I don't think it's solely successful because it's PvE.
Mhm.
No.
Okay.
I think yeah, I would agree with that. I think if it was PvP, it would not be as successful at all.
Mhm.
But I don't think it would completely destroy its success. I think if it was PvP, maybe half the success, which is still a great job from them.
Yeah.
I just think the PvE adds a lot to it.
I know why it's successful. I don't know how I didn't remember this until now. This is actually the best part about Helldivers. So I believe the reason why Helldivers 2 was so successful is it's a good game. It works. It came out, what, did it come out in like February, I think?
Maybe even sooner than that. I have no idea.
I think it did come out like the very end of February.
Maybe, yeah.
And they had a little bit of server troubles, but they kind of have an excuse. So other than the server troubles, it's a good game that works, and it's $50. You pay $80 left and right for $80 Canadian. Anyway, sorry.
No, hold on. Oh yeah, $50.
Yeah, because we're
it's $40 for us.
yeah.
Oh, you lucky bastards! But yeah, right. Like you're paying $80, $80 or whatever it is in funny Big Mac bald eagle land for a heaping pile of dog shit, and you pay $50 for Helldivers 2, and you just get a good ass game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck, you need a stack though. You need, or you have to stomach randoms.
Yeah.
I also will say another, not the only reason why it's successful, but a great reason why it did get so much success. Free battle pass, dude.
True. Yeah, that's another reason.
Real.
Yeah, the grindability of the game, you can just literally just, if you want to, get the shit that you need and level yourself up.
That is how you do a battle pass, in my opinion. You make the main pass free. And like people are going to be like, but this is what everybody does. There's the free version and there's a version that gets you more stuff if you pay for it. No, you get the same amount of stuff.
Yeah.
In both versions of it.
Like you ever seen a Fortnite battle pass? The stuff on the free column is there's not even one item for each column. It's like every 5 columns you get maybe some V-Bucks or like a loading screen background. No, this isn't a fucking free Fortnite battle pass. Like you get a full free battle pass. I have not put a cent into the game, and I have gear, bro.
Yeah,
I got shit, bro.
That's how you do a battle
Not
pass.
a cent.
That's exactly how you do a battle pass.
Mm-hmm.
You give everybody access to exactly what they need, and if people want special shit, then you start to pay for it.
Yeah.
You don't fucking make everything behind a paywall and then say, "Oh, but here's an emote, dickhead."
Yeah. A shit one at that.
Right, exactly. You get the fucking good emotes, dude. Jesus Christ. But yeah, that if more games did battle passes like Helldivers, which is another thing I really hope the gaming industry learns from Helldivers, there would be a lot more success, and I feel like a lot more people would pay for games and pay for the more expensive battle passes. I have never. Okay, excuse me. with Fortnite being the exception because they're kind of the ones that pioneered. They didn't fully pioneer the battle pass, but they kind of made it popular, which I hate to admit, but that is what it is.
I think so. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
They had a lot. Most people that I talked to paid for the battle pass in Fortnite, so I can't say that about Fortnite. But just about every other game, I've never ever seen a fan base more excited to pay for a battle pass.
Yeah, I mean, I think also the fact that you can do it at any time and you're not like, you know, restrained to, you know, a time limit basically.
Yes,
I like that Halo Infinite does that.
Yeah,
That's cool.
Halo.
You first.
No, I was just gonna say Halo Infinite, that Helldivers, and I think it's like the Justice League game are the only ones that do that shit, which is crazy to me. Like, why don't other games do that shit? That's like insane.
Yeah, so like I haven't seen anything like this. So these Helldiver battle passes, they aren't like a limited time thing. Like, you know, you only have like
Nope.
small window of time to do all this grinding. And see, I hate shit like that. You see that with like Fortnite and other popular game battle passes, and this is how they run their store pages too, you know, recycling every 24 hours, and it's putting stuff in your face and being like, "Hey, you have to get this if you want it, but like you have to get it now or it's going to be gone." And that's FOMO, bro. That's fear of missing out. It's a marketing tactic.
Yeah, true.
Like, and every time I see that shit, I'm just like, nah, fuck you.
Oh, yeah. When I played Fortnite for the brief time that I did, which was, and I mean brief, it was like maybe a couple months in like the first season.
Season 6, brother. Shit was the glory days.
I didn't even get. No, I literally played for a month and then I stopped playing. But I remember like when all the new skins came out, like the very end of season 1, and everybody was like, "Bro, yeah, we gotta get these. We gotta get these. They're so sick." And I never got them, and they were gone. And I was like, "Wow, that sucks. Fuck this. I'm gone. Bye."
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Well,
Stupid.
on that note, I think we're wrapping up here. We are done.
Dunzo?
Yeah.
Final conclusion: gaming industry, fucking figure it out, dude. And learn from Helldivers.
Fix your shit.
Gaming industry, you're why I drink.
Yeah. Yep.
We appreciate y'all listening. Be sure to like and subscribe.
Oh yeah,
And
we're a YouTube thing. Do that.
Yeah. Again, we'll eventually probably post the audio somewhere, but we have yet to determine that. Yeah, go follow the socials down in the description. Anyways, peace out.
Bye-bye. Thank you, everybody.